never going to end. We have the chakras. The chakras for me, they are conscience, and with these conscience you open as you leave the experiences. So the experiences in the third dimension, the dimension that we are living now here in this planet, is a way for you to actually become aware of all this energy that you have inside of you. Everything in life is just something that for you to awake. We don't actually discover anything in this planet. We just become aware of things that already exist. All the experiences, they are actually only leading you for one choice, the self-will. It doesn't mean that you have two things to choose. You only have one thing to choose, and the choice is to go to the light or go to the dark. If you go to the light, you're going to actually live your life, and you're going to respect your existence. If you don't respect the existence, if you don't respect the life, it means that you are living in the dark. Life and existence, the right to exist, was a gift that God gave to you. That was free, no charge. And therefore, you have actually to respect that. In order for you to achieve the laws, you have to respect every single being that exists. All right. Every single being that exists belongs to the Creator, and it is actually in a long way of evolution. There is no good and bad. There is no superior or inferior in the universe. There is no one thing against another thing. The duality only is in the people that actually compete from one energy to another energy. When you are in the light, there is no competition anymore. It's just finished. And when you respect everybody the way they are, doesn't matter the religion, the color, whatever, it's just we have to respect because we are all from the same source. And when we learn to love, we learn to respect. And if you don't respect and accept everything the way it is, it means that you are radical. It means that your ego didn't learn how to accept and love. And you love when you accept things different from you. I know it's very difficult to accept things different from you, because the beliefs that you have is the things that actually make you feel secure. But that is only to make you feel secure temporarily, because it's going to change in the following experience. So you have to be very flexible to change all the time, because nothing is actually going to last forever. The only person, the only being that is going to be with you all your life is going to be only yourself. Everybody is going to come and go. And you have to learn that love is to accept and release. When you learn that when you release, you don't lose, you understand the meaning of love. If you want to hold and tell and make people depend upon you, it means that you actually make them in prison. And that is not good. Because you actually have to learn that love means to have everything free to go, the same way it was free when arrived in your life. You learn to live without that, and you have to learn to live without that again. And you have actually to become very flexible, because if you're not flexible, it means that you're going to have problems. And the sad only lasts until you accept. When you accept the way it is, stop the pain. If you want to have the pain, so you keep not accepting. So to be happy actually doesn't need too much effort. You just have to accept the thing the way it is. They don't have to suit you. They just have to be the way it is. And when you think that everything is actually right, and when you say there is nothing wrong, because there is no wrong in the universe, because you think and you judge things wrong, because when they don't actually the way you expect it. But the way you make you expect it is only your way of accepting things. Nothing actually has to be the way you think is right. There is no wrong in the universe, so you are not a wrong person, because if you think you're wrong, it means that you think you're guilty. And if you think you're guilty, you think that you don't have a value. And if you think you don't have a value, why do you exist? Isn't it? Everything that exists has a reason, has a sense, and has a purpose. Nothing that exists, it is unnecessary. Everything is necessary. Because if exists, it's necessary. Even that person that bothers you all the time, it's very, very important. The most important people in your life are those that actually upsets you. Because when you learn not to be upset by them, it means that you learn to accept them. It means that you learn to be flexible. It means that you learn to love by the difference. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. I know, it's very difficult.
Can we exhale on that one? Right? That was hard.
Right? So remember, everybody that you felt hurt or you feel hurt still in your life, it means that you want that person to fulfill your needs, and nobody has to fulfill your needs. Because nobody came to this planet to fulfill your emptiness. Your emptiness is your problem. You have to deal with that, and you have to release that. That's why you're here. Because there is no emptiness in the universe. I don't know why. Can you feel something that is not exist? When you actually make a value for things that doesn't exist, you are in the devil realm. Okay? Because when we talk about spirituality, we talk about open your consciousness, and consciousness means life. So everything that exists is the real, is the truth. There is no doubt, because if you have a doubt, it means that you believe things that doesn't exist. If you believe in things that doesn't exist, it doesn't belong to the source. It belongs to the dark force, and the dark force exists. You have the dark force inside of you. You have the knowledge to be good, and you have the knowledge to be bad. And you've been bad many times. And you've been good many times also, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes.
Well, you're bad every time that you unbalance you, or you unbalance someone else. You are bad every time that you feel someone guilty also. Sometimes you want people to feel guilty because you want them to change and try to suit you somehow. Because you want them to fulfill you. The ego does that. The ego always wants and wants and wants and wants. Isn't it? The ego wants. You have 3 I. I ego, I spirit, I soul. You only get to the I spirit, the spirit and the soul, when you transcend your ego. And your ego is always feeling insecure, always wants something. The ego thinks, take advantage of things. There's the corruption. Okay? So, it doesn't matter actually who you are for the universe. What means that the things that you choose to link and connect. So the self-will is only asking you, you want to go to the light, preserving life and respecting all existence, or you want to be against that? So you have the bad and you have the good. You have the knowledge of being of the bad and the good, but you don't have the conscience. So because of that, you can't say that you are actually guilty of all your actions. I work with karma. I can see the karma of every single being. And I know what they came here to do it in this life. And I try to help as much as I can. And the karma, it actually has to do with things that from past life you unbalance. And you have to balance in this life. No, because of the self-will, God cannot release you from the results of your actions. Because if do that, it means that you're not going to learn, isn't it? So there is no meaning for existence. The karma masters, they say you have a karma every time that you are attached to someone and you need that person so desperately. So when you lose your freedom when you depend upon someone. You should not depend upon no one. When you learn to not depend upon anyone, and you have to learn the second lesson, that you depend upon everybody. But that is only after you become to understand that you are construction and you have to actually depend upon you. So that is the meaning of the chakra. I have the security, I can feel. And everything that I feel, I define, and I define my truth. When I define my truth and I define who I am here in society, and I say now, I'm going to give myself. When I give myself, that is love. When I give myself. And when I give myself, I don't want nothing in return. Because I don't need nothing in return. Because the return is going to come for free, because that's the fifth chakra. And when that comes, and I'm actually going to understand who I am really. I am by the things that I receive. That is my spirit. If you don't receive anything, you're just giving, it means that you didn't achieve your spirit yet. So, it doesn't really matter if you're doing spiritual rituals, because spiritual rituals, it doesn't mean that is spirituality. It's only rituals. It's just a play. And when you talk about spirituality, it means you have to develop your consciousness. Okay? Well, I know myself by things that comes to me. What comes to you? That is your spirit. And things that comes to you, it means that you're actually giving something to the universe and you're receiving from the universe. So it means that you are together. So your third eye, it means the soul. Our soul is actually never alone because it's linked with the whole universe. That is the seventh ray, the violet energy. It is actually, I find recently many people who actually have problems with the second, the fourth, and the seventh chakra. They don't know how to evolve, to have established a relation, and actually to unify. So they're suffering from loneliness. To not suffer from loneliness, because we actually have a kind of seed, if I can say that. We have some energy that God gave to us that make us feel good in all kinds of situations that we live. We get used to. even if the things are not very good, you get used to it. Some people, they can stay like 14 years in a marriage that is actually a disaster, and the person is there. Isn't he? And he's there, and just doesn't do anything. But when you actually want to transcend our self, is when you actually give us ourselves to be guided, and that is a wonderful thing. But you actually have to have your become aware that you have a space and you have a manifestation. You have a space and you have a manifestation. You don't have a time, because time is dream. When you are in the soul, you have a manifestation. And manifestation is forever and ever, and never is going to be stopped. So you always have a time to overcome. You always have a time to learn. You always have a time. You always have a time. Thank you.